Africa's largest company by profitability and Kenya's giant telco with notoriety of giving technological fuss has given us its investor platform, ZIIDI Money Market Fund. ZIIDI Money Market Fund comes as the newest kid on the 57 existing money market funds and collective investment schemes we launching on 10th December 2024. This platform will offer convenience, flexibility, and competitive returns to investors, banking on the current close to 40 million M-Pesa subscribers who targets to platform on the ZIIDI Money Market Fund, and therefore the targeted investor funds will be managed by 3 registered and regulated fund managers, and we will be looking at the specific fund details of the fund profile and the investor ecosystem after 3 seconds short break. In the meantime, we feel honored and appreciate our current 3,000 channel subscribers, and we say thank you to all of you. If you are new to this channel, give us your subscription and don't forget to hit the notification button, because we dedicate and have a commitment to giving you at least 3 value-packed videos every other week, and therefore YouTube will be sending you a notification when we upload our next video. See you after 3 seconds short break. Welcome back to ZIIDI Money Market Fund's profile. This is the fund profile. The fund name is ZIIDI Money Market Fund, and it's a type of a collective investment scheme. That means that this fund is a pooled fund, meaning that ZIIDI Money Market Fund, based on Safaricom's close to 40 million M-Pesa subscribers, targets to platform majority of those subscribers on the ZIIDI Money Market Fund, and that these different subscribers will be pooling their investment funds on that platform, and those funds shall be managed by 3 fund managers in partnership with Safaricom, and that is Allah Capital Limited, Standard Investment Bank Limited, and Sanlam East Africa Limited. This fund was launched on 10th December 2024. There's a difference between the launch date, which is the date on the onset or the date on which the fund starts its operation, and it differs from the registration of the fund and registration of the collective investment scheme product, the ZIIDI Money Market Fund. It has started operating with a return or a daily return of 13.56%, which is inclusive of the 15% withholding tax, and therefore the net return on this fund will be in the neighborhood of 11.56%, which is competitive compared to the existing returns by the other money market funds. The custodian for this fund shall be the SBM Bank or the State Bank of Mauritius, and the trustees are the Kenya Commercial Bank. The minimum investment on the ZIIDI Money Market Fund shall be 100 shillings, and this fund, being based on the M-Pesa platform, its withdrawal and investments or top-ups are based or limited to the M-Pesa transaction limits. That means that the maximum daily investments that you can do in ZIIDI Money Market Fund shall be limited to 500,000 shillings, and every transaction that you make on the platform shall also be limited to the maximum daily limit of 250,000. That means that you can do a maximum of 2 transactions of the maximum limit of 250,000 to hit the daily limit of 500,000 thousand. That one compared to the other money market funds, it gives a limitation because the other money market funds you can invest any amount that is more than the minimums that are set and in line or in accordance with the prudential guidelines. So long as you are able to prove any investment or the sources of funds with regard to the prudential limits of 1 million shillings. The withdrawals and the deposits transactions are free of charge, or there are no costs attached to investing or depositing money into ZIIDI Money Market Fund, withdrawing funds from that platform back to M-Pesa, or checking your balances in the ZIIDI platform. All those transactions shall be free of charge, and that is what gives the advantage when you compare with the other money market funds, because those transactions will be attracting fees with regard to the other money market funds, but on this platform they shall be free. And for that reason, ZIIDI Money Market Funds becomes a good platform for M-Pesa subscribers with regard to the amount that they are holding in cash, because again, this fund will be compounding on a daily basis at the 11.56%, which is a net return. The access to this fund shall be in two ways. You can either access ZIIDI Money Market Fund through the ZIIDI Money or the ZIIDI Mini app that is domiciled on the M-Pesa Super app. That means you access your M-Pesa app. Then on the M-Pesa under financial services, the first mini app that you get is ZIIDI followed by Mali. When you tap to open ZIIDI mini app, then this is the window that shows up, which requires you to input your M-Pesa number or your M-Pesa PIN, after which another window shows up. The new window is the ZIIDI Money Market Fund window, and on that platform, or once you get into your ZIIDI Money Market Fund platform, it is important you check at the bottom right corner of that page where you have your account button. That button, once you open it, you are getting this other pop-up window, and there are two important things that you must program on that window. And the first one will be your next of kin. Next of kin details is one of the neglected or overlooked information by many investors when it comes to bank accounts, SACCO accounts, investor accounts, and in the event you are incapacitated at the point where those funds are supposed to benefit your beneficiaries and you did not provide your next of kin details, your balances or the funds that remain to those accounts are transferred automatically after 3 years to the Unclaimed Asset Authority, which is a government agency which is managing billions of investor funds that have not been claimed. Leave alone those funds if you're operating such accounts and they have not been accessed, including accounts or investor platforms that add capital shares that are held, and because those amounts are not withdrawable upon ceasing your memberships, the dividends that are paid to such accounts are not accessible to anyone. And as a legal requirement, those amounts are transferred to the Unclaimed Assets Authority on exhaustion of every 3 years. So it's important to program your next of kin details. And the second item to look for will be your email account. Once that has been done, because this money market fund, the ZIIDI Money Market Fund, is accessible majorly to M-Pesa subscribers, all the other information will be sourced from your M-Pesa details and linked to ZIIDI Money Market Fund. So the only two details that you'll be required to program is your next of kin details and your email. Once that has been done, you can now start investing in ZIIDI Money Market Fund. The second option that you'll be able to access this fund is by use of the short code, the USSD code, that is a *334#. Once you type that short code, this window will pop up, which gives you a list of all those other mini menus that you are able to access with that short code, and you're required to program or to enter number 5, which is under financial services. And once you send that email, this other window will show up, and with it, the first menu, and the first item in the menu is ZIIDI Money Market Fund. So once you send one again, you are now getting to, or you are opting into ZIIDI Money Market Fund. That is after you have chosen or you have programmed your M-Pesa PIN number. Once that is done, you can continue to invest and enjoy your returns from that investment. The management fee in ZIIDI Money Market Fund shall be at 2%, and the withholding tax of 15% will be applicable to the fund and not to the individual returns. The trustee fees shall stand at 0.2% and custodian fees of 0.15%. As we said earlier, the withdrawals from these accounts are instant. Compared to the other money market funds, majority of them will take 2 to 3 days to make available the withdrawal amounts, except where your bank account sits with the custodian bank of the money market fund where you have invested your fund. The risk profile is low, with nil initial investment fees and withdrawal fees. Locking period. Like any other money market fund, all money market funds are supposed to have zero or no locking period at the point of inception, unless that piece of information is given to the investors before you register or member yourself into the platform. Therefore, ZIIDI Money Market Fund has no locking period, but it has an optional locking period. You'll be able to choose to lock your funds or part of those funds as you progress with your investment. And once you have locked any amount of funds, you cannot unlock a part of that fund. You are supposed to unlock the entire amount. Then once it hits your M-Pesa account or your ZIIDI Money Market Fund wallet, then you can choose to lock again whatever part of that investment you want to hold locked. And that is supposed to ensure, or locking your funds ensures controlled spending or controlled access to your investment. Lastly, but not the least, ZIIDI Money Market Fund is domiciled with M-Pesa platform, and therefore in the event you are seeking the customer service, you still have to access the existing Safaricom customer service. And once that comes to mind, that unless Safaricom gives us a newer platform, a newer customer service, or a better way of dealing with complaints and access to feedback and customer service, that one compared to other existing money market funds, I think we anticipate the same challenges because the system has become very robotic with a lot of keying this one to access whichever platform, press a particular other number. And we hope that with the continued investment in the platform, probably Safaricom will come to give us a better service than the existing or the current customer service with Safaricom. Thank you for watching.